Here's the shift most family business owners never see coming. Exit planning isn't about stepping down, but rather it's about stepping up. Hi, I'm Azra Bani, and I have been a family business owner for the last 30 years. Now, what do I mean by stepping up? Well, stepping up as the kind of leader who secures their legacy while they're still present in their business, not after they've left. Because if you wait until you're ready to leave, you've already waited far too long. And this isn't about your retirement. This is about you and your family's readiness. Their trust, their future is in your hands. And you can't leave behind clarity unless you've created it. So, what if your business survives, but your family doesn't? That's what most business owners fear deep down. You don't want to be remembered as controlling or selfish, right? You certainly don't want your life works to go to waste, and you definitely don't want to leave chaos, conflict, or a tax and legal disaster. But the truth, it's quite possible that's happening already, quietly. That's because deep down, there are conversations you haven't had, expectations that haven't been aligned, and a successor who might not be ready. And while the outside world sees you as successful, inside, that's a different story. You're asking, what now? How do I protect all of this without it being torn apart? Look, you've built this business over decades, from the ground up. I can relate to that. You've sacrificed more than anyone will ever really understand. And now you're feeling stuck. You don't know where to start. You don't know who to trust. And worst of all, you're afraid to even begin because it might unravel what you've tried to hold together for so long. You've probably tried the downloads, the templates, all the free stuff, the free advice. But none of it speaks your language. None of it understands what it feels to be like you, to have your identity, your income, your relationships all tied up in the same place. You're not afraid to lead. You just don't want to lose everything in the process. And I know this all too well. I ran a food business with my parents and my 3 siblings for over 26 years. And we made some incredible magic together. But we also made some monumental mistakes. We were close and we were capable. And yet we avoided the conversations that mattered most. I never got to live my third act the way I really truly wanted. There were decisions I delayed, conversations I avoided. We all did. And if I'm being totally honest, I wish I could go back and do some of those things differently. That's why I've created this channel, because now I'm in a position to help other family business owners just like you to do it right while there's still time. I want to give you what I didn't have, the clarity, the peace of mind, and a real plan for legacy that's not just about spreadsheets, but a lot more. It's about souls. This channel isn't about strategy. It's about navigating family dynamics, leading with grace, and letting go without losing control. Now, if you'll allow me, together, we'll explore how to pass on business without passing on pressure, how to have conversations you've been avoiding, how to lead through transition with clarity, compassion, and confidence, and how to align your business, your legacy, and your family without regret. All of that you'll find here on this channel. Whether you're handing it over to your kids, or perhaps selling it to a third party, or finally planning that next chapter in your life, I'm here to help you exit wise. I know how busy you are. There are a whole lot of moving parts in a food business. I've lived it. You're juggling so many things: staff, family, cash flow, long hours. and a whole lot of unspoken pressure. You barely have time to think, let alone plan anything else. I remember being in that exact place. And when I finally felt ready to talk, I didn't want to just talk to another advisor. I needed someone who could speak my language, the language of my business, someone who understood the weight I carried, the decisions I made, and the family I wanted to protect. You don't need a textbook, my friend. You need a human. You need a guide from the trenches, and that's where I come from. This channel is where that relationship begins, a place to start a journey, your journey, with someone who's walked it before. So, if this message touches something inside of you, subscribe to the channel, help it grow, allow it to give you and others value. Comment below, tell me what's stirred up in you. Share with someone close to you in your family, or perhaps somebody in your leadership team who needs to hear this, because your story isn't over, and your legacy, well, your legacy deserves more than luck. It deserves to be lived, protected, and passed on with wisdom. I look forward to being with you on this journey together. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.